are sporadic, but you know what? There's a terrific crowd, and it kind of feels like football weather. The Jackets are out tonight.
Yeah, I tell you what, 88 degrees I think is what it got up to today in Muscatine, and now by kickoff it's got to be close to 58 degrees up here with a nice northerly wind. And I got to tell you, you're right, we have got a packed house. If you're just coming still to the game, you're going to have a little trouble finding a seat on the Muscatine side because it is full.
NorthScott will kick off. The Muskies will receive. They've got Kevin Johnson deep on about the 5-yard line. Isaac Schroeder and David Summers flank him. And the kicker for NorthScott is number 4, Colton Jessen. 5'10", 165-pound senior. Muskies in the road white, purple and Vegas gold trim, Vegas gold helmets. NorthScott, I would say, is that red and gray, Jim, or scarlet and gray? Kind of like Ohio State.
Yeah, scarlet gray.
Scarlet and gray. Uzi dressed him. Here we go. Ball placed squarely on the 40. Both student sections in rare form for this one. There's the approach by Jessen, and the kick, a short one, going to be taken by Schroeder. The 15, he's to the 20. 25, dances over the 25 to about the 29 where he's taken down on the play.
Let's see what kind of offense Coach Mueller comes out with. I know he wants to keep a very quick, up-tempo game going offensively. Looks like doesn't look like they're going to huddle. They're going to go right from
Jordan Gronwald on the stop on the kickoff. Muskies come out of the huddle. They've got single receivers as a handoff inside. Ellis right over the middle, over the 30 to about the 33-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 3 on first down.
We're going to use a lot of Devontae coming up the middle there. Got big center Jake Musell that he can run behind tonight, and that offensive line's going to have to really do some pushing. Some big guys on the defensive side.
Goddard and Talon Burke at guard, forming a wedge up front. There's Wieskamp, back to pass, sets his feet, fires, got a man. It's Reed at about the 36, a short gain. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Muskies on their own 36-yard line.
Again, Jake keeping an up-tempo game here, have yet to huddle.
3rd and 4 from the 35. Duncan Snyder checks in. Colby Reed to the right. Kevin Johnson split wide left. Muskies went with a lot of 2-back last week. Now they've got single back and 2 tight ends. Kevin Johnson split out. There's a give inside to Ellis. Stacked up, nowhere to go. And it's going to be 4th down Muskies.
Well, you had to know that NorthScott going into this game, they were going to key on Devontae. We used him a lot last week. He ran the ball well, and right there, NorthScott really stuffed up that middle, Brian.
Brandon Williams in on the stop. And Colin Kreider. Wieskamp will punt. Brown and Grimes deep for the Lancers on about their 29. There's a high snap. Wieskamp with a good kick, good high kick. Grimes back on his 25. Fumbles a football, but he gets his own recovery at the 30. So NorthScott will take over right there on the 30-yard line, 1st and 10.
I thought we were going to have a nice place to start off offense when he muffed that ball there, Brian. Chamberlain Heating and Air Conditioning, a fine sponsor of Muscatine football, along with Bogey Motors, both Muscatine sponsors.
NorthScott always does a terrific job in their pistol disguising handoffs.
Yeah, this is tough offense to defend.
Seisha, he's got Ridgeway in the backfield with him. He's got twins to the right. Seisha gives inside to Ridgeway, and he runs over the left side to about the 35-yard line. Going to call it a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5, NorthScott.
Again, NorthScott going behind guys like Johnson, 250, Martin, 255. Another Johnson, I don't know if they're brothers, 260. And Colby LaFrenz, 290, Brian.
Aguilera on the stop. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Seisha and Ridgeway in the backfield. Seisha gives to Ridgeway over the left side. And he's going to get 1st down yardage. 45 out by midfield where he's ushered down by Brandon Kovac. Big gain on second down. We'll call it a gain of 13. It's 1st and 10 Lancers.
Yeah, big gain there. He just popped out to the outside, and he had some green space there. We're lucky that Kovac came up from his spot and got him.
First and 10, NorthScott, 48-yard line. There's another give inside to Ridgway. Over the right side, 45-40. First down into Muskie territory at the 38-yard line. Another big chunk of 13 and a first down, NorthScott.
Well, that was a huge run, and he ran right behind big number 79, LaFrance, 290. And this kid's only a junior, but I tell you what, they're going right behind him.
Kreider comes in the backfield. Grimes split tight right, Braun wide right. Seisha gives inside to Kreider this time, inside the 35 to the 32. Gain of 6.
Right now, Brian, we're having trouble stopping their run game. They're keeping it on the ground. They're gaining about, 5 yards every carry, 5+ yards every carry. We really got to do something to clog up that middle.
They're using their big size, Jim, to their advantage, and they've got a huge size advantage, offensive line versus our defensive line. 2nd and 4, NorthScott from the 32. There's a give to Kreider, and he goes over the right side. Aguilera wraps him up, and the Muskies do swarm to the football at about the 30. Going to be short of the first down, a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 2, NorthScott.
Tell you what, that running back Kreider, he's a big boy, isn't he?
Colin Kreider, big heck of a linebacker, and they bring him in to spell Ridgway. Ridgway's the fastback, Kreider's the banger. 3rd down and 2, NorthScott on their own 30, and there's a false start on the Lancers. So the Muskies going to get 5 yards here.
And that's huge when they can make their own mistakes. That's wonderful on us, and Coach Tippett can't be happy about that, Brian.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 7 and make this play even more important for the Muskies.
A big fine Muskie sponsor, Unity Point Health, Muskie Physical Therapies, and Shelter Insurance. Joe Kroschauer, ex-Muskie player.
3rd and 7, NorthScott on the 35-yard line. Seisha barks out the commands. He flips it out, and it's complete to Grunwald. He's going to get a first down inside the 25 to the 24 where Kovac makes a stop. And it'll be first down, NorthScott.
Well, Grunwald just did a 2-step out and waited, and he was open, and there was really no one there to tackle him. And then he had a blocker out in front of him.
1st and 10, NorthScott on the Muskie 24-yard line. Seisha gets a snap. He rolls to his right, sets his feet, looks, throws, got a man wide open, and it's complete, and the tackle made on the play. And we got a flag, a late flag. Summers on the stop. The catch is by Dane Steidler.
I hope they don't call roughing the passer. I think that's what all he did was give him a little push. He didn't push him to the ground, didn't take him to the ground. He just bumped into him after the pass was thrown. But we'll see what it is right now.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on the Muskies.
That's a Vision Center questionable call there, Brian. I mean, I don't know if you watched the end of the play. I know you were watching the pass.
Yeah, I was watching the ball.
He just bumped into him. It wasn't anything flagrant, in my opinion. Didn't take the kid down to the ground. Didn't hardly even moved him.
So with the completion and the personal foul, the Lancers will have 1st and goal now on the Muskie 5-yard line. 7:44 to play in the first. No score early on. Seisha and Ridgway in the backfield. There's the give to Ridgway. He's going to dance into the end zone. Touchdown, Lancers. And here comes the train as it's 6-0 NorthScott, 7:34 to play in the first quarter.
Well, we're going to have to figure something out because they moved that ball on the ground pretty freely. I'm not sure if I'm not sure what Coach Hawkins is going to do.
Good execution on the play and on the drive by NorthScott, ripping off positive chunks of yardage on every play. Jessen in for the extra point attempt. Snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is good. 7:34 to play in the first. NorthScott 7, the Muskies nothing. We're going to step away for 30 seconds. You'll listen to Muskie football on Vintage Sound 93.1 FM. Back at Lancer Stadium, Eldridge, Iowa. Muscatine and NorthScott, and first drive out of the gate 7 plays, 70 yards, 58 yards on the ground, 12 yards in the air. NorthScott ticks it in for a touchdown, and they lead the Muskies 7-zip. Thanks to our statistician in the booth, Mark Hansen, tonight. All over that one.
Mark Hansen doing a great job up here.
Jessen will kick off from the 40. Kevin Johnson deep, Schroeder and Summers flanking him left and right. Muskies need to put something together on offense when they get it here, Jimmy.
Absolutely, Brian. We need to score. A lot of time left in this game, but we need to score.
Jessen on the approach. Another short kick. Schroeder will take it on about the 11. He's to the 15, turns to the right. Schroeder steps on the gas. 20, he's got a seam. There's a flag, and Schroeder out to midfield, and they threw the laundry at the 23. This one's coming back, and that'll negate a huge run back by Isaac Schroeder.
I'll tell you what, that's one thing that Coach said, we got to eliminate mistakes. And right now, that's a big mistake on the Muskies' part. That was a great run by Schroeder.
Block in the back will nullify a terrific run back, but, you know, the block in the back probably helped the run back also.
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
Muskies come out now. We'll see where this one gets spotted, as it is a spot foul. They'll march it back to about the 13, we'll call it the 14-yard line. First down, Muscatine from their own 14.
A great sponsor of Muskie Sports, Bosch Pest Control. Don't squash them, Bosch them. Bosch Pest Control.
Devontae Ellis in the backfield. He's got Robertson to the right. Back to pass, Wieskamp sets his feet, throws. He's got a man. It's Isaiah Smith. Isaiah first down out to the 28, 29-yard line. Nice pitch and catch.
You betcha it was,
from Wieskamp to Smith.
We need to have that happen. Smith hung in there. He knew he was going to take a shot. Hung in there, got the pass from Wieskamp. That will open up the run game if we can pass it.
Gain of 15 on first down, and it's 1st and 10 Muscatine on their own 29-yard line. Wieskamp gets a snap. He gives to Ellis. Nice hole up the gut over the 30 to about the 33. Call it a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 Muskies.
You know, we've got some big boys up front, too, on offense, and hopefully Devontae can get something going and follow his big horses up front.
2nd down and 6 Muscatine on their 33-yard line. Wieskamp's got trips left. Smith left, trips right. Smith. Oh, and there's a pass from behind him by Wieskamp at the 43. And that'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Muskies.
Well, NorthScott likes to play that cover 3 defense, Brian, and that's what they're in right now. They're showing that cover 3.
Devontae Ellis limps off the field. That's not a good sign.
That's not a good sign.
He'll play, but he looks a little ginger with that ankle. The Muskies go 4 wide. Johnson in the backfield. Wieskamp. Matt gets a snap. He cuts it up the middle on the zone read, and he's going to be short of the first down to the 36. And the Muskies have to kick this one away. Gain of 3. It'll be 4th and 3. Muskies in their rugby punt formation. Wieskamp gets a snap, runs with it, kicks it, and this is going to roll out of bounds at around the 39-yard line. NorthScott will get good field position for their second drive.
Well, they sure will, Brian. That's not something we want to see, but the Muskies have to really start containing that middle on the defensive side. Those guys are running right through the middle. They got big horses up front there for NorthScott. I don't know if Coach Hawkins will bring a linebacker up and try and stuff that middle. It's going to be a tough assignment for this defense, but I think our boys can get it done.
NorthScott comes out. They've got Gronwald and Steidler to the left, Grimes in the slot, Ridgeway and Sasha in the backfield. Sasha flips it out, Gronwald wide open, 45 midfield, and into Muskie territory at about the 48. Gain of 13 and a first down, NorthScott.
Well, that's a play out of the Muskie playbook right there. We run that play well. That receiver had that blocked perfectly for his wingman, and he got some yardage there, Brian.
First down, NorthScott on the Muscatine 48-yard line. It's been all Lancers so far. They lead 7-zip. Muskies show blitz. Ridgeway up the gut, and the Muskies stuff it immediately. Nice play by Talon Burke.
Yeah, we need Talon to really have a big game tonight, and he made a big play there. You know, one thing is shading your blocker. That's what I know on defense. That's what they teach you. Shade, get rid of that blocker, shade him, and make the tackle, and Talon did that.
2nd down and 10. NorthScott no gain on the play. 5:15 to go in the first. Lancers lead 7-zip. Seisha keeps it. Blitz is on, throws, and it's incomplete. Nice coverage on the play by Tyler Yates to break up that one. It'll be 3rd and 10 NorthScott.
Well, I thought Yates was going to put a bigger hit on him than he did. I think he thought maybe he had caught the ball. Great coverage by Tyler. He had a chance to make a kill shot there.
3rd and 10, big play, and NorthScott gained a half yard on the spot there.
Yeah, you know, the officials are again just...
I always seem to notice those things. I'm sorry. It's just 3rd down. We're still calling it 10. Seisha, he gives it to Ridgeway, and the Muskies stack it up at the 45. Gain of 3. It'll be 4th and 7. And I think he's going to punt because of the down and distance here, but if it would have been closer, he may have gone for it.
Well, that was a good defensive stance right there for the Muskies, and you can see the coaching staff made some adjustments there, and we held them, and that was a good defensive stance there.
NorthScott will kick. The Muskies have Schroeder and Summers back on the 10-yard line. There's a snap, and it's a kick by Grimes, the punter. Schroeder runs up on it, loses the football, fumbles it, and it's on the ground, and I don't know who has it. It looks like Grunwald from NorthScott. And it is NorthScott football. And there's a big break for the Lancers. The Muskies turn it over on the 20. It'll be 1st down and 10, NorthScott in the red zone.
That's just an unfortunate there, Brian. You know, you want to, when the punt is made, you want to be still having. He ran up to it like he was going for a baseball catch, and it just bounced right off of his chest. You know, you want to get under the ball and let it come to you instead of you going to it. So things can happen. We got to eliminate mistakes tonight.
There is no rain, but the field is a little slick, so that ball can be slick too. And Isaac trying to make a play there. Let's see if the Muskies can hold him here.
Speaking of slick, I tell you what, if you've got tires who get slick in the rain, go to Gray River Tire and Service in Muscatine. They can set you up with 4 new tires. Gray River Tire and Service, downtown Muscatine, the experts when it comes to car care.
NorthScott comes out. Trips left. Seisha rolls to his left. Rushes on. He throws to the corner of the end zone. Out of bounds, intended for Grimes. Good coverage by the Muskies. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Very good coverage by the Muskies. I think, you know, in the passing game, it's a little more even than in the run game because they've got those big horses up front. But we've got some speed, too, in the secondary. And I think we can handle their pass game. We just got to put some rushing on the station.
NorthScott comes out again, same formation. Seisha, he's going to give to Ridgeway, straight up the gut. He's got a good hold down to the 13, a gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 3.
You know, Ridgeway is, he's not that big of a kid, you know. I mean, look at him, what's he stand, all of 5'8" maybe? But that guy he's like the Austin Moss that we had last year. He's going to carry guys.
4:02 to play, 7-zip. We'll call 3rd and 2 from the 12. Seisha and Ridgeway. They give inside Ridgeway. He's stacked up by Madrigal, but I believe he's going to get the 1st down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal Lancers at about the 9. Madrigal comes out as he lost his helmet.
They're looking for a sub to get in there.
And now they have one. Dylan Turner. 1st and goal Lancers inside the 10. Seisha flips it out, and it's complete to Grunwald. Runs over a man and gets inside the 5 to the 3. And it'll be 2nd and goal NorthScott.
Coach Tippett doing a nice job mixing up the plays tonight for NorthScott.
2nd and goal on the 2 for NorthScott. Seisha brings him out of the huddle. Gives to Ridgeway, runs over left guard. He's in. Touchdown, NorthScott. 3:09 to play in the first, and NorthScott has jumped on the Muskies 13-zip right out of the gate.
Well, we said this was going to be a good test for the Muskies, and it is a good test. And right now, we're showing on defense we've got some holes we gotta fill up, Ryan, and you know that our coaching staff will be working on that all during the game, and I think they'll make the adjustments, and we'll come back in this game.
Jessen on for the PAT. There's the snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is good. 3:09 to play in the first. NorthScott 14, the Muskies 0. We're stepping away for 30. Listen to Muskie football on Vintage Sound 93.1 FM. Back at Lancer Stadium, a 5-play, 20-yard drive. 3 runs and a couple of passes, and Jacob Ridgway scores his second touchdown as NorthScott has jumped onto the Muskies 14-zip. 3:09 to go in the first.
Well, I got to tell you, when you give it to them with that field position, it's hard. I mean, then you're putting yourselves up against the wall. And the Muskies have to come out. We need to score. We need to have a good offensive series right now, Brian.
Let's see if the Muskie offense can answer the challenge here. Schroeder deep on his 3, flanked by Johnson and Summers. Jessen will kick off. There's the approach and the boot. And it's going to be Summers at his 8. He's at the 15, 20, cuts it up to the 25 and down to the 27. Good hard run by Summers. And the Muskies will take over there, 1st and 10.
Tell you what, that Summers kid, he just really excites me. The way he plays, Brian, he's only a sophomore. Good, hard-nosed football players. He's got a great high school career in front of him.
No question about it. Here come the Muskies. Ellis in the backfield, Wieskamp. Johnson to the left, 2 tight ends, Robertson and Snyder. And Colby Reed wide right. 1st and 10 Muskies. There's an errant snap. Wieskamp falls on it on about the 18-yard line. Muskies lose 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and 19.
Little confusion now. Not what Coach Mueller wanted. Wants quick, up-tempo offense.
There's a snap. Wieskamp back to pass. Pump and go, sets his feet down. Incomplete, overshoots Smith at about midfield. Covered well by NorthScott. They had double coverage.
Yeah, I tell you what, NorthScott, they've got some great speed in their backfield, or their defensive back area as well. We really got to get our passing game going, Brian. Once we do that, the run game can start. And we know we've got a good run game. We just got to get everything clicking right now.
3rd and 19 for the Muskies on their own 18. Tough down and distance. There's a snap. Wieskamp gives to Johnson on the right side. Kevin cuts it up. Good run on 3rd down, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down. And the Muskies going to have to punt away again.
Well, Johnson came across there. It was a good handoff, good play selection, got some yardage there, but just not enough. And again, Brian, we're punting the ball.
Gained about 6. It'll be 4th and 13 for the Muskies on their own 24-yard line.
If you're looking for a loan, Central State Bank, a big Muskie supporter, they can help you with all loans. Cars, home, you name it, they've got it, Central State Bank.
Grimes and Brown are deep. Wieskamp on the approach, the kick, a low kick. Takes a Muskie hop. Grimes looks at it. Now he picks it up, and the Muskies are all over him. He spins out of it at about the 32. Nice return up near midfield and out of bounds.
I got to tell you, Brian, when that happens, when your guy, your return guy, watches it roll on the ground and waits for it, and you've got guys down there, and then he decides, I'm going to pick it up, that's when you have to make him pay for it. And the Muskies did not do that, and he ended up getting 20-some yards.
Grimes with a couple of nice spin moves and took it to the 47, and NorthScott once again with terrific field position. 1:57 to go in the first. They lead the Muskies 14-zip, and the Muskie defense needs to buckle down here. They've been on the field most of the first quarter.
Absolutely. We have got to start playing hard-nosed football in that line.
Twins right. Gronwald left. Sasha rolls to his right. Blitz is on. And that ball was thrown up, and nice play by Seisha to get rid of it as Schroeder was in his face.
Yeah, we had to blitz on with Schroeder from the linebacker position, and I tell you what, that was a great call by Coach Hawkins. Schroeder came through. He had a great play on Seisha, and Seisha had to get rid of it. That's what we have to keep doing. Pressure, pressure, pressure.
Muskies are singled up out here. It looks like Grimes in motion now across formation. Seisha gives to Ridgeway over the left side. He's going to be stacked up. He gets over midfield or right at midfield, a short gain. It'll be 3rd and 7 from midfield.
Ridgeway, he's so tiny. He comes through with that huge line. I'm sure they're having trouble finding him once he gets the ball because I don't know how tall is number 79 over there. I know he's their biggest player. He's got to be at least 6'2".
3rd and 7, NorthScott. Big play for the Muskie defense early on. Seisha gets a snap. He gives it to Ridgeway over the left side. The Muskies stack it up. And out of bounds, a nice play on the far side for the Muskies.
Yeah, that was a nice play. We strung that play to the outside. We used the out of bounds as another defender for us. Ridgeway had nowhere to go, and we were able to make the play.
Jaime Aguilera with the stop, a 1-yard gain. It'll be 4th and 6 for the Lancers. Clock's ticking under a minute. They're on the Muskie 49-yard line. David Summers deep for the Muskies. He'll stand inside his 10 to the 5. Now they're moving him up to the 10. Muskies playing it safe here, looking for the fake, and there's the kick by Grimes. It's a wobbler. Summers going to watch this one go out of bounds or close to the out of bounds line inside the 10. Great punt by Grimes. They're going to spot this at about the 4, Jim.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. That was a great punt by Grimes, right where you want it to hit, right on the 4-yard line. Brian, now we really have to work to get ourselves out of this hole.
Just got to get a couple of first downs and feel good. The Muskies with only 1 first down in the first quarter. 26 seconds to play in the first. Lancers 14, the Muskies zip.
Speaking of working hard, Rich Metals, Muscatine sponsor. They work hard at Rich Metals, Muscatine, Iowa.
Muskies with trips left. Wieskamp. Straight up the gut is Ellis. And he's going to fight for yardage. Check that, it's Kevin Johnson on a good hard run.
That was a great run.
Over the 10 to the 11. We'll call it a gain of 7. A great hard run by Johnson. Hopefully that'll fire up the offense.
That was all Johnson there, wasn't it, Brian?
Clock's ticking away. We'll see if the Muskies get another playoff, and they do. Wieskamp back to pass. Fires, got a wide open man, Travis Bogart. First down yardage. Out to the 20 to the 21, and the Muskies with a first down to end the first quarter. We've played one. It's NorthScott 14 and the Muskies nothing. We're going to step away for 60 seconds to listen to Muskie football on Vintage Sound 93.1 FM.
Got to get something going right here, Brian. This would be a great way to start the second quarter.
Trips right for the Muskies. There's Wieskamp in the zone read. He keeps it, and he's going nowhere.
NorthScott has always done a very good job of scouting us.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Muskies. Reed Robertson and Kovac wide right. Now it's quads right as Bogart joins the party. Wieskamp looking for the signal from Coach Mueller. Plenty of time on the play clock. 2nd and 10. Wieskamp gives inside Kevin Johnson. He stood up at about a 2-yard gain inside. And it's going to be 3rd and 8 Muskies.
Yeah, we are really struggling moving the ball on the ground. They've got some big kids on that defensive line as well, Brian.
Stout front 7, and they're stacking the box. Muskies going to have to make some plays on the edge here. Clock under 11 in the second quarter. 3rd down and 8. Call it 3rd and 9 for the Muskies just over the 22. Matt back to pass. Rushes on. He rolls out of it. He looks downfield. He throws. It's deflected, and it's almost intercepted, but it's incomplete at about the 30-yard line. And the Muskies have to punt.
Well,
I don't know why that. Did we catch that, Jim? Somebody did have to catch it.
I couldn't see the number.
Kevin Johnson. Coach Mueller going to go for it on 4th and 3 from his own 28-yard line. Looks like they're just trying to draw him off sides here. Mueller, and he does call timeout.
Yeah, Coach Mueller is a smart coach. He's not going to.
He rushed him to the line of scrimmage, and NorthScott was prepared. They were well coached. They were ready for that.
You betcha. Another great Muskie sponsor, Phelps Custom Imagery, where if you need a Muskie jacket, Muskie shirt, go see Dustin and the guys down at Phelps Custom Imagery, where they can design anything for you, Brian.
Muskies may not have gained a lot, but they started on their own 4, so they did push it to the 28, and they gave themselves room to kick this one away. Be a good time for a turnover. NorthScott capitalized on a Muskie fumble earlier on for their second touchdown.
Yeah, you just feel the flatness on our sideline here. We're not pumped up. We're not into the game yet. We need something positive to happen right now.
Wieskamp will kick. Grimes and Brown back on about their 37, and now there's a timeout NorthScott. So we're trading timeouts.
John Musty, another Muskie sponsor. I'm just making them up as I go, buddy.
Very good. Very, very good. 10-13 to play in a half. 14-zip NorthScott. Wieskamp to punt as we've traded timeouts here. Grimes and Brown back on about their own 35. There's a snap. Wieskamp on the approach.
That's a nice
good
punt.
Pressure. Nice punt by Matt. It's going to be taken by Grimes back at the 28. He's got a seam. 35. Still on his feet. Nader runs him down. And now Musell almost gets him, and he breaks that tackle at the 45. And Ricky Grimes putting on a show with the punt returns. Down to the 43-yard line. The Muskies, he broke 4 or 5 tackles. We got to get him to the ground there.
Yeah, Ricky Grimes is a great player. We've been calling his name for 2 years now. That kid had a great run there, a lot of spins. It's kind of slick out there, so if he makes a move on you, getting your footing could be tough, but you got to stay in your lanes there when you're on the punt there.
NorthScott again, great field position to start their opening series on the 43-yard line of Muscatine. Gronwald, wide left, Seisha gives to Ridgway, straight up the gut. He's got a huge hole, 30, and he's inside the 30 to about the 27. Boy, he hits the hole hard.
He hits that hole hard, and I tell you what, those big horses up front are making a big hole for him, and he's not that big of a guy, but boy, when he hits it, whew, Jets come on.
Gain of 17, 1st and 10 Lancers on the Muskie 26. Seisha, he keeps it, he throws, got Gronwald wide open, 25-20, hops over a tackle and out of bounds at about the 15. It'll be a first down for the Lancers. Gain of 11.
Well, we got to start coming up with an answer right now for this offense for NorthScott. They're moving freely. They are able to pass it right now, and I tell you what, with Ridgway, the way he's running the ball, Brian, this is going to be a long night if we don't get this stopped.
1st and 10 Lancers at the 15 of the Muscatine Muskies. Seisha back to pass. He has Grimes in the slot. 10-5, touchdown NorthScott. Just like that, Ricky Grimes on a 15-yard pitch and catch from Matt Seisha. NorthScott blowing the lid off this one, 20-zip with 9:27 to go in the first half.
Yeah, there was no one there to even stop him. I mean, he had 10 yards before he could even had the end zone, and he could pretty much just walk right into it.
Jessen on for the extra point. Snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is right through the uprights. 9:27 to play in the first half. It's 21-zip NorthScott. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Muskie Football on Mid-Inch Sound 93.1 FM. Back at Lancer Stadium, and after the great punt return by Grimes, NorthScott cashes in 3 plays, 43 yards, capped by a Matt Seisha to Ricky Grimes' 15-yard touchdown pass. And with 9:27 to go in the first half, NorthScott leads the Muskies 21-zip.
I got to tell you, Brian, we are nowhere out of this ball game. A good play to pump our guys up here can change this thing and turn it around. So we just gotta have a positive thing happen on one side of the ball, whether it be offensively or defensively.
Summers, Johnson, and Schroeder back for the Muskies. Jessen will kick off. It's his 5th kickoff of the evening. for 4th. Can I add right, Jim?
You can add, and I didn't want to correct
No,
you.
it is his 5th. He's kicked 4 times. There's a short kick. Summers takes it on the hop at the 20s, 25. David fights for yardage out near the 30, and the Muskies will take over there on their own 30-yard line.
Well, I tell you what we have to do right now, Brian. We got to open up the pass game. We got to have guys make the catches. Matt's got to make the pass, get it there. But more importantly, we have to get receivers open. Our receivers are looking a little sluggish right now, a little slow. Hopefully this series they can get on their horses and make it happen.
Bogart, the Muskies go quad left, trips left. Wieskamp rolls to his right. He gets a block. Matt gets to the edge. Oh, and they throw a late holding flag on the Muskies on the right side. Matt gains about 5 or 6 out of bounds, but this one's coming back with a hold on the Muskies.
Well, he was getting beat, and unfortunately when you're a lineman and you start to get beat, you want to do everything you can to make sure you don't get beat, and he held his man.
They'll march that off from the 30, and instead of 2nd and 5, the Muskies will have 1st down and 20 from their own 20.
And that's not going to make Coach Wilson very happy.
Muskies go 4 wide. Ellis is back in the game, back to pass. Wieskamp fires. He's got Reed. Colby Reed spins to the 29 at a gain of 9. 2nd and 11. Nice gain on 1st down for the Muskies.
Yeah, positive yards there. So now we got to keep moving it.
Bogart, Kovac, and Reed to the left. Robertson to the right. Devontae Ellis limped a little in the first quarter. They were retaping him down there. He's back out in the field, and he had a huge game for the Muskies last week. Matt gets a snap, back to pass, sets his feet, looks. Now he's going to tuck it and run. No, he throws. Oh, there should be a flag. They do throw one finally, a late flag. The back judge didn't throw it, but both side judges finally threw it in there. And the Muskies going to get a pass interference on NorthScott.
Well, that was a great call by the side judge. I'm not sure where the back judge was. I think he might have been watching the play and sleeping a little bit, but we did get the flag, and now that's a positive thing. And now we have to build on this positive thing. And hopefully, Brian, we'll be seeing the end zone.
Pass was intended for Travis Bogart, and it'll be 1st down Muskies after the penalty on their own 44, their best field position of the night. 21-zip NorthScott, 8:10 to go in the first half. Big drive for the Muskie offense if they can get it down. They need to get some points here. 4 wide for the Muskies, Ellis and Wieskamp in the backfield. Wieskamp back to pass. Sets plenty of time, throws, got a man. It's Reed over his head at about the 33. Good coverage on the play by the NorthScott defender, number 81, Tyler Renkin.
But that's what we got to do. We got to open up that passing game. Good route by Reed. Just couldn't, outrun his defender that time.
2nd and 10 Muskies on their own 44-yard line. 4 wide. Robertson in motion. There's a give inside. Ellis, big hole over midfield to the 49. Again, a 7. Be 2nd and 3, and those short throws have opened up the run game a little on this one.
You betcha, and that's exactly what you have to do. Open up, have the passing game start to work. That's going to open up the run. Got to get a good mix going here with your passes and your runs, and you're gonna march down the field.
4 wide again on 3rd and 3 for the Muskies. On the NorthScott 49, the Muskies' first time in their territory. Ellis goes to the left side. Devontae runs over a man. Going to be just short of the 1st down, I believe, at the 46. This will be close, but it should be 4th and short.
Yeah, it looks like it's short by about 3, maybe 2, depending on where that official puts the ball.
It should be about half a yard. Well, depending on
that's what I said.
spot it.
Yeah, that's a good 3 yards.
Yeah, it's 4th down and less than a yard. The Muskies going for this early on. There's a snap to Wieskamp, picks it up. Matt fights inside. He's going to get it on effort. Matt Wieskamp, a low snap, did a great job. Kept control of it, tucked it and ran, and Matt Wieskamp, terrific effort to get that 1st down.
Yeah, that is your senior leadership right there. Matt Wieskamp, control of this offense. A low snap, picked it up, got the 1st down.
1st and 10 Muskies just inside the 45 of NorthScott. 4 wide again, and there's an offside on North Scott, and we're going to get 5 and take those.
There you go, positive things. Build on the positives. They'll keep coming. You just got to keep building on it, and that's what the Muskies are doing. And they're moving down the field, Brian.
1st and 5, Muscatine now in the North Scott 40. Great night for high school football. Nice crowd on hand here in Eldridge. Wieskamp gets a snap. He's going to flare it, rocket screen to Reed in the slot. Good block by Musel. There goes Reed. Oh, they throw a late flag. And that's inside the 25, and that's a, what do you call that one, Jim?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure. It looks like they're going to call holding. Is that what
block
they
in
called?
the back.
On who?
So it'll be...
They called holding is what they called, Brian.
So it'll bring up 1st and 15 now for the Muskies at midfield, not 3rd and 15 like the Lancer scoreboard says. 21 zip North Scott. That nullified a first down. And now we've got timeout. Coach Mueller calls his offense over.
Sponsor.
1st and 15 Muskies at midfield. Scoreboard still says 3rd and 15.
Well,
Robertson and Kovac to the left. Colby Reed wide right. Twin backs for the Muskies, Johnson and Ellis on first down. 6:33 to play. North Scott 21 to Muskies nothing.
Look for a pass here.
Wieskamp. Johnson, it's a halfback pass. Got a man. Colby Reed. Oh, shoots him. And it was a great call. He was wide open at the 15, and Kevin let him just a little too much, or that was 6. Great call by Jake Mueller.
Great call by Jake Mueller. Great pass by Johnson. I think we have a backup quarterback back there. Boy, that guy had us an arm.
Boy, he was Colby Reed running free there, and Kevin hit himself on the head. He knew he had one, but, you know, he's a running back. It was a great effort. Here we go, and this one is going to be Kevin over the right side, and he's stacked up behind midfield as North Scott rips him down for a couple-yard loss.
You know, Brian, I count after that tackle 6 North Scott players who made that tackle. You can't have 6 guys hitting your running back when he gets the ball. We have got to start blocking and putting some of these guys on their butts.
Be 3rd down and 16 for the Muskies. A loss of 1 on their own 49. There's a snap. Wieskamp rolls to his left. He gets outside the edge. He throws, and it's incomplete. Out of bounds. Good hit applied by North Scott, and the Muskies going to have to kick this one away. 5:36. The Muskies had some promise on that one, and a couple of penalties really it hurt them there.
Well, you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot when you're driving the ball down the field. But now we're going to have to come out and play some tough defense. Let's see. Maybe they'll make an error here, and we'll get the ball back. Let's see what happens.
Grimes and Brown are deep. Wieskamp on a rugby punt. He looks. Matt's going to run it. He's in midfield, and he's taken down. He's going to gain about 5 or 6. And the Muskies are going to give North Scott great field position again on their own 45-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that call there, Brian, but, you know, I never question our coaching staff. They obviously were seeing something that we weren't, but, yeah, you've got North Scott now in some pretty good field position, and that's the last thing we need to do is give them any help.
7-yard gain. North Scott will take over now. 5:07 to play in the first half. 1st and 10 on their own 44, and they've had great field position the entire night.
Godfather's Pizza, a good, proud supporter of Muskie football, home of the 99-cent Monday pizza slice. Godfather's Pizza, Muscatine.
Seisha flips it out. He's got Brown, and he's wrapped up immediately at about the 46. A short gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 North Scott.
Defensively, we're just not getting the pressure on Seisha that we need to do. Last week, we were pressuring their quarterback. This week, I know we're going with a 3-man front, we got to put some pressure on him.
Well, he's taking short drops, too. Hempstead would take deeper drops. Seisha back to pass, pump fakes, throws, got a man. Grimes, incomplete at the 45. He was looking to run before he secured that one, and it's incomplete.
Well, one thing about it, you're not going to see Grimes drop the ball too much. So we got lucky there because that was right in his basket.
Gronwald wide left. Grimes to the right. 3rd down and 8, NorthScott. Called 3rd and 9 from the 45. Big play for the Muskie defense. Seisha and Ridgway in the backfield. Seisha gives to Ridgway. Oh, and he's hammered to the turf. A great play by Grant Draper in the backfield, and that'll spark the defense a little. Draper threw him for a 2-yard loss.
We've got to get guys excited, and I tell you what, Grant Draper is a big boy himself. I've seen that guy lift weights at the Y. He's not a wimp. I tell you what, he's strong. He needs to push himself in there and get rid of those offensive linemen and make the tackle, and he did just that, Brian.
Grimes on to kick. Muskie's got to be careful with him back there, as explosive as he is. There's the approach by Grimes and the kick. It's a short kick. Muskie's got to stay away from this one, let it go, and they're going to. It's going to end up nice down on the 17-yard line. Muskies will take over. 3:48 to play in the half. Muskies did run 11 plays on their last drive, but it stalled out at the 44-yard line of NorthScott. Any points would be helpful. 21-zip Lancers. Trips right for the Muskies. Wieskamp and Ellis in the backfield. Matt back to pass, sets his feet, flips it out. He's got, it looks like Brandon Kovac up to about the 19, a short gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, it doesn't, we're not getting a lot of blocking out front when we run that play. I know it's supposed to take your linebackers and your corners and suck them into the middle, but they read that play really well.
Call it a gain of 1 to the 19. 2nd and 9 Muskies. There's a give inside. Kevin Johnson cuts it up the gut. Good run. Kevin Johnson over midfield. 45, cuts to the side. 35, 30. Johnson to the 20, 15, 10, 5, to the house. And he's spotted down just short of the goal line at the 1-yard line. Kevin Johnson explodes for 80 yards on 2nd and 9. Wow. Jimmy, he had a big hole, but he broke a tackle on about the 30 and outran everybody, just tripped up at the end.
You betcha he did. He did find that hole, and I got to tell you, that was all Kevin Johnson. He should have been tackled way back here, but that kid, wow.
Spotted explosive. On the 1, an 80-yard run. Johnson now in the backfield with Wieskamp, 1st and goal. There's a give to Johnson, fights over the left side, and he's just going to be short. Did not get in as NorthScott was stout.
Well, what Coach wants to do is he wants to give that young man a touchdown because he should have had it down there. So he gave him the chance there, but he's gassed.
And now Devontae Ellis goes in. 2nd and goal Muskies on the 1-yard line as Johnson comes out. Wieskamp gets a snap, gives to Ellis up the gut. Touchdown Muskies! Just like that, the Muskies go 82 yards in 4 plays, led by an 80-yard scamper by Kevin Johnson, and Devontae Ellis punches it in from the 1. 2:32 to play in the first, and it's now NorthScott 21 and the Muskies 6.
Well, I got to tell you, I was talking about positive things happening. That was a positive. Now we got to get it going, and we got to find an answer on defense, Brian.
Sloan will hold. Yates on for the PAT. There's a snap. Good hold by Sloan, and the kick is right through. 2:32 to play in the first half. 21-7 NorthScott. We're stepping away for 30. You listen to Muskie football on Vintage Sound, 93.1 FM. Just back at Lancer Stadium, and the Muskie faithful finally had something to cheer about. Kevin Johnson got them on their feet at the 80-yard scamper as the Muskies really started to open up some holes there, Jim, and it was nice to see. 4 plays, 82 yards, all on the ground. And that was a much-needed touchdown, and let's see if the defense can keep the Lancers off the board going into the half.
Absolutely, Brian. We needed to prove to ourselves that we can score against that defense, and we did just that. The passing game has been opening up the last couple series, and the run game is starting to get clicking. So we got to find an answer on defense.
Alberto to kick off. That's the first touchdown North Scott's given up this season as they shut out PV. Only allowed a field goal last week. Alberto on the approach, and there's the kick, and it's a good kick, and it looks like it's going to be Brown. He put his knee to the ground at about the 2-yard line. The Muskie's going to get great field position here. He went to the ground to catch that, and that's going to be spotted on the 2 or the 3.
I think it's on the 2. We'll see where they mark
Muskie
it.
defense with an opportunity here. They only have 1 timeout left. They've burnt 2. It'll be 1st and 10 North Scott now.
Well, see, that's just some young player not really knowing what to do there, Brian. He put his knee down.
Spotted on the 3. It'll be 1st and 10 North Scott, their own 3-yard line.
And if you have knee problems, Muskie Physical Therapy will put you back in the game. Muskie Physical Therapy, Muskie sponsor.
Groenwald to the left. They go with Seisha and Ridgway in the backfield. Kreider now as they're using a fullback. And the Muskies burn their last time out.
Well, I think we've got them in such a deep hole right now. Jake wants to take all advantage of this. I mean, he wants to make sure we keep them down here. We make it tough on them. We don't want to give up a big play.
So far, the Muskies with 171 total yards. North Scott with 209. The Muskies of those 121, 82 came on the last drive. North Scott's just had great field position, Jim. They haven't had to go the distance. This time they will, though, if they want to score. Kreider and Ridgway in the backfield. They give it to Ridgway over the right side, and he's going to gain a couple. Madrigal in on the stop along with Nada.
Well, there again, we had a linebacker blitz up there, and it was just to the wrong side. But, you know, we got to fill those holes.
Short gain of 2, actually 1. We'll call it 2nd and 9 from the 4. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Seisha gives another one to Ridgway. Over the right side, he's got some room to run, and he's going to get a first down out near the 15. Nice hole opened up there.
And see, Brian, those are what we want to eliminate. And I tell you what, he got to the outside, and he saw wide open grass.
Gain of 11 for Jacob Ridgway. The quick scat back for the Lancers. Groenwald to the left. Kreider and Ridgway in the backfield. There's a give inside Ridgway. Straight up the gut again. The Muskies stack it up, but he's going to gain a few yards. Talon Burke holding his elbow. That's not a good sign for the Muskies.
That is not a good sign. We need Talon Burke, and he is in some pain out there.
Dylan Turner trots out to take his spot.
He could have just gotten a helmet to the elbow, and that's a stinger there, and let's hope that's all it is.
Call it a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 Lancers on their own 21. Clock at a minute. Just over a minute to go in the first half. Seisha throws it out to Grimes. Ricky cuts it inside. The Muskie stack this one up.
He lost some yardage there.
Short gain on the play for Ricky Grimes.
Did he even gain a yard? Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Call it a gain of 1 to the 22. It'll be 3rd and 5 North Scott. 39 seconds and ticking. North Scott content to run this out as they've played a heck of a first half. The Muskies did answer one score as we sit at 21-7.
Well, we got to hold them here.
Seisha and Ridgway in the backfield. 4 wide for the Lancers. Seisha gives to Ridgway over the left side. He's stacked up, nowhere to go. Good defense again by the Muskies there. Dylan Turner with the stop, and that'll be the last play of the first half as this one's ticking away. Ben Nitzel coming up. Muscatine AD Andy Whirling coming up. We're at halftime, folks. The North Scott Lancers 21, the Muscatine Muskies 7. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout and be back with head sophomore coach Ben Nitzel You listen to Muscatine Muskie football on Vintage Sound 93.1 FM. Position was all North Scots. Let's see if the Muskies can get that in the second half. Enrico Alberto will kick off for the Muskies. It looks like Grunwald deep with Brown, as Ricky Grimes is not deep for this kick. Here's the approach. And it's not. The Muskie run up and run back in the bunch. Both sides on their feet. There's the kick by Alberto to start the second half. A good kick. It's taken by Brown at the 3. He's at the 10. Goes to his left. 15, 20. Got to see him. Look out. 30, 35. Big hole. Alberto tries to get him down. He does over midfield along with Brandon Kovac. And just like that, North Scott runs the opening kickoff 50 yards to the Muscatine 47. Great field position, and that's not what this staff wanted.
No, it's not. I tell you, luckily Alberto made that tackle. But I got to tell you, it was a great kick. Field position has been the killer for the Muskies tonight. And again, North Scott starts off with great field position. When you kick off, you got to stay in your lanes. And we broke down. We didn't have guys in their lanes.
Seisha brings him out of the huddle. He's in the backfield with Ridgway. Good to see Talon Burke back out on the field for the Muskies. There's a run blitz by the Muskies. Seisha going to keep it. He didn't run in the first half. He's running here, and he's running down the sideline inside the 20 to the 15. And just like that, North Scott with a huge run on first down. And let's see where they spot this one on the far side. Inside the 15 to the 14, a gain of 34 on first down.
Well, again, they ran over Kobe LaFrance, 290, 6'5", 290. He is a load, and they just fouled him right down the line.
Seisha gets a snap, gives to Ridgway over the left side. He's inside the 10. Janssens to the end zone, touchdown. 2 plays, 48 yards. We've played 33 seconds of the third, and it's North Scott 27 and the Muskies 7.
Well, I got to tell you, there again, they went right to that left side. That's where their big man is, LaFrance. Nobody stopped Ridgway. He danced right into the end zone. Brian, we have got to find an answer for their offense.
48 yards, 2 plays. Seisha for 34, Ridgway for 14. And Jessen on for the extra point attempt. Snap is good, and the hold is good, and the kick is right through. 11:27 to go in the third. North Scott 28, the Muskies 7. We're stepping away for a timeout. You listen to Muskie football on Vintage Sound 93.1 FM.
Watch your money grow with a 12-month Muskie Mania or Beaver Nation CD. Available for a limited time only at Penalty for early withdrawal, member FDIC.
Back as Jessen kicks it off, and it's out of bounds, and the Muskies will get good field position. 2 plays, 48 yards. Ridgway pounds it home from 13. He's got 17 carries for 112 yards here. Early third, Muskies trail 28-7 as they'll take over 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, no Devontae out there watching him on the sideline run. He's got quite a gimp going on. I don't know if we'll see him the rest of the night.
Muskies go 4 wide. Johnson in the backfield with Matt Wieskamp on first down. Wieskamp back to pass. Keeps it. He's going to cut it up the middle, and Matt Wieskamp gets over the 40 to the 41. And Jim, North Scott came out after the half. Matt Seisha had not carried the ball the entire first half. Their first play, zone read, huge hole.
Yeah, and just like that, I said I didn't think we'd see him, and Devontae comes in for Johnson. You're right, Brian. Seisha, first run of the night, touchdown.
And Matt Wieskamp now with 5 yards, 7 carries. He had no yards at the half. 2nd and 5 Muskies. Wieskamp back to pass, sets his feet, looks plenty of time. Got a man complete. Isaiah Smith over midfield to the 48. And a first down gain of 12 yards.
Nice play by Smith. He just came across, set himself where there were no linebackers. Matt found him right up the middle. Good gain there.
Muskies go 4 wide. Johnson in the backfield. Kovac and Smith this side. Robertson and Reed to the right. Wieskamp back to pass. Sets his feet. He's got a rocket screen to Smith. He's at the 45-40. First down inside the 38 to about the 37. A gain of 11. And the Muskies have something cooking here.
I got to tell you, with that rocket screen, if you have great blocking like we did, it's going to gain you some yards. I'm really impressed with this Smith kid tonight. He's really making the catches, and Matt's making some great throws.
Isaiah Zeke Smith, the junior, two-way starter, trips right for the Muskies. Smith in the backfield, Smith to the left. Wieskamp, he's going to keep it around the left side. He beats him to the edge inside the 35 to about the 33. We'll call it a gain of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Muskies.
And I like what Coach Mueller's doing here. He's really mixing it up with the runs here. First you see Matt, you see Johnson, you see the rocket screen. Good offensive series going on right now for the Muskies.
2nd and 6 Muskies on the NorthScott 33. Wieskamp gets a snap. He rolls to his right. He's going to look to throw. He may keep it. He does throw, and it's intercepted. And it looks like Ricky Grimes.
Well, what happened there, Brian, Ricky Grimes was right in front of him, fouled Matt all the way far to the sideline. When Matt threw it, he just jumped up and caught it.
Not sure if it was Grimes. That was on the far side. Could have been Kreider, but nonetheless, the Muskies had something going, and they turn it over again for the second time tonight. And NorthScott now first down on their own 35.
We have got to, this is where we have been struggling defensively. We've got to find an answer. We got to get guys pumped up, ready to play.
1st and 10 NorthScott, Ridgway and Seisha in the backfield. Seisha back to pass, blitzes on, he throws deep, got a man Brown over his head, incomplete at the 30-yard line. Good coverage by Isaiah Smith for the Muskies.
Well, the Muskies switched it up on defense now. We're going with a 5-man front. What that does is it's going to make these receivers open a little more. Our corner and free safeties, they're really going to have to be on their feet.
NorthScott comes out. They've got twins right. Seisha gets a snap. He gives to Ridgway, runs over the left side. Going to gain a couple. Short gain on the play, and that'll bring up 3rd down for the Muskies. We'll call it 3rd and 7 from the 38-yard line. Big play for the Muskie defense. We'll call it 3rd and 6 from the 39. 9.5 to play in the third, 28-7 Lancers. Seisha gets a snap, back to pass, hits his feet. He's going long down the sideline, and it's complete at the 35-yard line. And it's going to be Gronwald on the stop. They're going to spot it at the 36, and a gain of the play at 28 yards.
Well, what you had
of 25 yards.
You had the receiver going down that sideline there, and the defender, the Muskie defender, had his back to the receiver. Seisha just put in a nice pass right over our defender.
Twins right, Seisha and Ridgway in the backfield. Muskie's in a run blitz. Seisha going to keep it. He's up at the 30, 25. And it looks like another first down inside the 25.
Boy, that offensive line is just having their way with our defense.
Ball at the 25, a gain of 11. First down, NorthScott is there on the move again. Seisha. Grimes tight right. Gronwald wide left. And Ridgway in the backfield. There's the give to Ridgway over the right side. He follows his blockers for about 2.
Not a typical NorthScott Muskie game with all the running and the ground game going on, Brian.
Grant Draper with the stop.
We've seen Muskie NorthScott games where they just pass.
Both teams with good rushing attacks. 2nd and 8, NorthScott on the 23. Another run blitz, back to pass Seisha, fires, got a man, it's Grimes in the slot. He spins out of a tackle, taken down by Summers inside the 15.
Well, and that's what happens when you have a linebacker blitz like we did. Grimes just went out and actually took the place of our linebacker who was blitzing, and Seisha saw him there, threw the pass, wide open for a gain.
Gain of 8, it'll be first down and 10 NorthScott on the Muskie 15 as they're in the Muskie red zone. Seisha Fakes the handoff, swings it out to Gronwald. He's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, NorthScott. And just like that, we've played 4 minutes approximately of the third quarter. The Lancers have jumped on the Muskies for 2 quick scores, and it's 34-7 with 8:08 to play in the third.
I got to tell you, until we find an answer, it's going to be tough going here in the second half.
See how this young Muskie team, young with experience, responds as their backs are clearly against the wall here in the third. There's the extra point by Jessen, and it's good. 8:08 to play in the third, 35-7 NorthScott. Stepping away for 30 seconds. You're listening to Muskie Football on Vintage Sound 93.1 FM.
Let's go over some of our Muskie sponsors while we have time. All Season Glass, Members Credit Union, Chamberlain Heating and Cooling, Bogey Motors, Rich Metals, Mustin Hy-V, Vision Center, PC, River Rehabilitation, Physical Therapy, First National Bank, Ray River Tire and Service, Phelps Custom Imagery Wear, Mustin Physical Therapy, Unity Point Health, Shelter Insurance, Joe Croshauer, Ellie's Tea and Coffee, Bosch Pest Control, Westside, Store, Godfather's Pizza, and Central State Bank.
Jessen will kick off now from the Muskie 45-yard line. Schroeder back on his goal line. Summers about the 5 and Johnson about the 5. 35-7. Certainly wouldn't expect NorthScott to go for an onside kick in this deep of territory, but they could kick it high and try to pin him way deep.
Boy, it is absolutely gorgeous out.
Yes, it is. NorthScott lined up and ready to roll here. Can check this action out on public access channel line. Chad Bishop doing a filming tonight. This one's going to go through the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback. As John Elshoff not here tonight, Chad Bishop out there braving the elements.
Chad Bishop, we are honored to have the main man running the camera for us.
Yes.
Hey, also, Brian, you know what? If you're on the road and you don't have a radio, you can catch all the Muskie games on the Vintage Sound app. On your smartphone, listen to the Muskies football games all season long on the Vintage Sound app. Just click and download to your smartphone.
1st and 10 Muskies on their own 20. They trail by 4 scores, 35-7. Wieskamp back to pass, sets his feet, steps up into the pocket, and fires. Got a man, and it's going to be close to the first down, Colby Reed. Close to the 30, and we'll see where they spot this one. And it is a first down Muskies right on the 30.
Nice catch by Colby Reed. Had a big touchdown last week.
Plenty of time to throw there, and Wieskamp fired a strike. Trips right. Smith left. Wieskamp gives inside. This one's going to go nowhere. Just over the 30. Maybe a gain of 1. Devontae, the ball carrying. Devontae, you're right, Jim. So hobbling. He's just not able to cut with that foot right now.
I'm thinking you bring him out, you put him on the shelf for the rest of this game, get him healthy for next week.
Gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 31. Wieskamp back to pass. Sets, plenty of time. Looks, fires. There's a deflected pass. Caught by Reed at midfield, and the Muskies get one going their way that time, and that was a deflected pass. Colby Reed came up with it. First down at the Lancer 47. We'll call it a gain of 22.
Well, that was great that Colby Reed knew exactly where that ball was going, because I thought when it got tipped it was going to be intercepted, but great play there.
4 wide for the Muskies. Wieskamp. He keeps it straight up the gut. Big hole inside the 40 to the 38. Be close to the sticks here. We'll see if he has a first down. And I think he does. We'll see where they mark it, but it looked inside the 47, and it is a first down.
I got to tell you, that's what we need to happen there, Brian. Defensively, they fouled Johnson, and Matt went right up the middle.
Gain of 11 to the 36. Trips left for the Muskies. Wieskamp back to pass. Rolls to his left. He may tuck it and run. He does. Inside the 35, and a great block by Isaiah Smith at the 29. So I tell you what, they're answering some physicality with that one.
Well, I got to tell you, I kind of like the movement of how the offense is going right now. We're getting it in some good-sized chunks here.
Ball inside the 29. We'll call it 2nd and 3. Gain of 7. 4 wide again for the Muskies. Johnson in the backfield, Wieskamp. Wieskamp keeps it, runs over the right side. Matt trying to get to the edge, and he's going to get close to a first down, and he is. You know, people underestimate his speed as he faked out Grimes at the 31, got around him, and Matt Wieskamp gets a first down.
Grimes is hurt over there, I think.
No, Grimes is still in play. Not sure who went out of bounds there.
They got 2 guys over there. I got to tell you, Matt Wieskamp is a playmaker, Brian. This kid is smart. He knows when to pass. He knows when to tuck and run. He carries out his fakes just beautifully.
1st and 10 Muskies on the NorthScott 23. 6:44 to play in the third. NorthScott 35 and the Muskies 7. NorthScott jumped on the Muskies 21 zip. Early in the second quarter, the Muskies got a touchdown late in the first half to make it 21-7. NorthScott with 2 touchdowns to open the third as they're up by 28. Wieskamp rolls to his left, gets a block from Johnson. Fires, got him in. Robertson inside the 20 to about the 16. Call it a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 Muskies.
Well, I got to tell you, folks, Matt Wieskamp is a right-handed thrower. When he comes to the left, he rolls out to the left. That's a hard throw for a right-handed throwing quarterback, and he does it so well and found Robertson open that time.
4 wide for the Muskies. Robertson and Reed to the right. Kovac and Smith to the left. 6 minutes plus. There's a give inside Johnson. He's going to have first down. 10, 5. Kevin Johnson spins. Touchdown, Muskies. Kevin Johnson piles it in from 16. And the Muskies answer with a touchdown. 35-13 NorthScott with 6 minutes to play in the third.
I got to tell you, we got our own little mighty mite on the Muskies, and his name is Kevin Johnson. That kid just keeps moving, and when he does, he makes things happen, Brian.
Kevin Johnson having a game tonight. Last week it was the 2-headed monster with Johnson and Ellis. Ellis gimpy tonight, Jim, and Kevin's really picked it up. Yates on for the PAT. Snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is right through the uprights. 6 minutes to play in the third. NorthScott 35, the Muskies 14. We're stepping away for 30 seconds. Listen to Muskie football on Vintage Sound 93.1 FM. Back at Lancer Stadium, the Muskies put one on the board as they trail 35-14. Scoring drive, 8 plays, 80 yards, and Kevin Johnson ran it in from 16 with a terrific run. Johnson right now, 112 yards in a game on only 7 carries, spearheaded by a big 80-yard run late in the second.
You got to love it. That's what we need, Brian. We need somebody to be a playmaker tonight. And I got to tell you, Kevin Johnson is just, he's the spark that's helping this offense right now.
Kick it deep, Jim, or do they roll the dice and
I kick it deep.
this one?
That's just me. I kick it deep.
And it's a pooch kick, a short one, and it's going to be taken at about the 29. And the Muskies stack it up immediately at the 33. Number 8 on the play for NorthScott returned that one shortly, and that's Keel Brown.
You
Didn't
know,
have much of a chance.
It doesn't matter what I say. It always goes the other way. I would have kicked it deep just because why give them the field position they need? But, hey.
1st and 10 NorthScott on their own 33. They've had the ball twice, and they've looked great offensively here in the third. Muskies trail by 21, 35-14. Seisha and Ridgeway, the familiar two there with twins left. Ricky Grimes right in front of us to the right. Seisha back to pass. He's going to throw it to Grimes over the top, and Grimes catches it, and he's down at the 48. That's a terrific catch by a good player. Good coverage by Smith and Kovac over the top, but a great throw and a great catch.
Well, Ricky Grimes knew he was going to take a hit, and he never took his eye off the ball. That's just called big-time receiving there, and you expect that from this kid. This kid is he's going to be an all-state
20-yard gain on first down, 1st and 10 NorthScott on the Muskie 47. There's Seisha, high snap, he keeps it, and actually it's Brown in, and he's stacked up at the 45. Kier Brown, he's a terrific runner, the junior, and he's going to gain about 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8.
NorthScott can come at you with a lot of guys, and I got to tell you, with that big front line, heck, I think I can even play quarterback tonight.
That we'd all love to see. Brown left this time. Seisha back at quarterback. He's back to pass. Sets, fires in the slot. He's got Grimes. And tackled down inside the 35. It'll be a first down. Summers and Nate on the stop for the Muskies.
What you got to do is you got to find a way to slow the receivers up, and Grimes is one of those guys that you really have to try and slow up, maybe bump him at the line. But I'll tell you what, the speed that they've got in these receivers, Brian, holy mackerel.
Keel Brown on the catch that time instead of Grimes. First and 10, North Scott at the Muskie 35-yard line. Muskies need a stop, need a turnover, need something to go their way as North Scott's really looking good offensively. Seisha gives to Ridgeway, and he's inside the 30, another gain of about 5, and it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Lancers. 4:32 to play in the third. Muskies trail 35-14.
You know, we haven't talked about it much, even though we've got a lot of young players, even though they may be seniors. They don't have a lot of varsity experience behind them. North Scott has a ton.
North Scott's got a lot of seniors, no question, a very talented group, and now we've got a flag.
I think they moved. I think
and it's on North Scott.
Their right guard moved.
We'll take it. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 now, back to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, North Scott is really loaded. That's what gives them their 8th-ranked seeding here in the state. And, I mean, they're returning a lot of position players in that front line. 4 seniors playing that offensive line right now.
2nd and 10, North Scott. On the 35-yard line of Muscatine. Muskies in a blitz, and Seisha rolls out, got a man wide open. Completes it out of bounds as Yates ushers him out of bounds.
Well, and that's what happens when you take the risk of a blitz. Somebody's going to be open, and Seisha found his man.
Gain of 12 to the 23. First down, North Scott. High snap, ball on the ground, and Seisha gobbles it up. Muskies had an opportunity there as Draper and Schroeder were in on the play.
Well, we sure did. That would have been a great turnover for us to have the way we were moving the ball offensively last series. I'd like to get that ball back.
Seisha, a smart senior quarterback, fell on that thing immediately. Call it a loss of 4. It'll be 2nd and 14 from the 27 for North Scott. They go twins left. There's a snap. Seisha back to pass. Throws high pass. Good coverage by Smith. Intended for Brown over here, and it's incomplete.
That was a nice hit by Smith. He let Brown know, hey, I'm out here. If you're going to go up for a catch, I'm gonna hit you. Got a big 3rd down coming up, Brian. Big third down.
14. The Muskie defense needs to get off the field here. 3:12 to play in the third. Great to have high school football back. There's this Seisha and Ridgeway. Seisha back to pass, sets, fires, got a man Grunwald, first down. Or actually, he's going to be short of the first down. He's at the 16-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 11. That'll bring up 4th and 2. I'm sure Coach Tippett will go for this.
I would think Coach Tippett would go for this. I think you're going to see Ridgeway get the ball.
4th and 2 from the Muscatine 16-yard line.
Look for it to go to the left side. You got big LaFrenz over there. Tippett wants a timeout.
Timeout, North Scott. Jimmy, what do you do here? Goes Seisha and Ridgeway in the backfield. Seisha gets a snap. He's going to keep it. Now it's a throwback, and it's complete, but I don't think
he got it.
That's going to be short of the first down where they're spotting at the 15. I think the Muskies are going to hold here, depending on the spot, and they do.
That's a huge hold.
So North Scott gambles instead of a safe run play on 4th and 2, a little trickeration, and it backfires. And with 2:32 to play in the third, the Muskies get the football 1st and 10 on their own 15.
Well, what blew that play up is they did a play-action fake like I thought they might, and when Seisha turned around, we had a defender right in his face.
Muskies come out now, double tights, and the Johnson in the backfield. Actually, Johnson in motion. Ellis in the backfield. Wieskamp play action. Turns, he looks. Now he's going to run. No, he's going to throw, and he's got a man read, and it's incomplete. Overshoots him at the NorthScott 45.
I got to tell you, I like the time Matt had to throw that ball. He could have ran for the first down, I think.
Looked like it. I like the play design, and Colby Reed was breaking free late. Matt held in the pocket, threw it. He had plenty of time to throw that one. 2nd and 10, Muskies on their own 15-yard line. 2:24 to play. They trail 35-14. Wieskamp, zone read. He keeps it, and he's going to gain a couple out to about the 18. It'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Kind of looks like Reed skimping a little bit, isn't it? When he came off, maybe not.
3rd down and 7, Muskies on their own 18. Wieskamp rolls to his right, looks downfield. Now he's going to throw, and it's incomplete, out of bounds, and the Muskies going to have to kick this one away. 1:48 to play in the 3rd.
Well, let's hope that we can get a turnover here on this punt.
So the Muskies on a big 4th down hold go 3 and out, and that one, that hurts. They needed to put something together there offensively. Rugby-style formation for the punt for Wieskamp. And now we've got an official's timeout. NorthScott calls a timeout. Leery of the possible fake, as Wieskamp has a run-punt option on this, depending on what he sees. He tried it in the first half, didn't get the first down.
Motors, all great sponsors.
Brown and Grimes deep. Wieskamp on the rugby. He looks, Matt looks to run. Now he's going to punt, and he does. And Brown goes through his hands at the 45 on the ground. Still on the ground, he picks it up, spins out a hole, and he is leveled at the 42-yard line by Garrett Robertson. He delivered the lumber at the 36.
Well, I tell you, I didn't know if Matt was going to run, but he got the kickoff.
I think it's, his option. He held it as long as he could, and then NorthScott did a nice job of collapsing the edge on him, and Matt ran up and had a good kick, and NorthScott takes over. 1:33 to play in the 3rd. They lead the Muskies 35-14, and they'll take over first down on their own 36.
Well, let's see if we can hold them here on defense. We really need a good defensive stop right now, Brian.
Gronwald to the right. Twins left for NorthScott. Seisha and Ridgway, a familiar tandem in the backfield. Seisha, he flares it out, and it's complete. Out over the 40 to about the 41-yard line.
A nice little step and turn route there by that receiver. He just takes about 3 steps, turns around. Seisha throws him the ball.
Be 2nd and 4 for NorthScott. Brown and Grimes to the left. Gronwald down here on the right. There's a give inside Ridgway. Muskie stacked this one up. Nowhere to go. Maybe a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and short, maybe 3rd and 3. We'll call it 3rd and 4, right there from the 41.
A big 3rd down, another big 3rd down for the Muskies.
Clock's ticking at 40 seconds. Here in the 3rd, the Muskie defense trying to be stout after NorthScott got 2 touchdowns on their first 2 possessions of the 3rd. 3rd down. Seisha back to pass, flares it out, got a man, Grunwald. He's going to have first down over midfield and into Muskie territory at the 41.
Well, they set that blocking up beautifully there. Grunwald, all he did was just take a step back. Seisha throws it to him, and he's got a wall out in front of him.
He stepped out at the 44, and that's where it'll be first down. Gain of 15. 21.3 to play in the 3rd. Seisha and Ridgway in the backfield. Muskies show blitz. Seisha flares it out. Got him again. Gronwald inside the 40 to the 36-yard line. Gain of 8, and it'll be 2nd and 2.
They're probably going to let the clock run out and go into the fourth quarter.
And they will. We've played 3. NorthScott 35, the Muskies 14. We're going to step away for 60 seconds. You listen to Muskie football on Vintage Sound 93.1 FM. Lancer Stadium, the Muskies trail NorthScott 35-14. Couple of key stats for NorthScott. The fine running back, Jacob Ridgway, 21 carries, 122 yards. Gronwald at receiver has done a terrific job. Jordan Gronwald, 11 catches, 129 yards. Seisha back to pass, fires to the end zone for Gronwald, and he drops it actually short of the end zone at the 6 out of bounds. Good coverage by Tyler Yates on the play for the Muskies.
Yeah, it was. Tyler turned around, and we're lucky that he didn't catch it, but good coverage by Tyler there. That Gronwald is a tough guy to cover, man.
6'4", big target
He's
to go along with Grimes.
What's Tyler's? He can't be.
What's Tyler Yates?
6?
No, 5'8". Not backing down at all. Third down and 2 for NorthScott on the 36. There's Seisha on the keeper, straight up the gut. First down to the 29-yard line. Nada on the stop.
Well, I tell you
Along with Hart.
NorthScott is blessed to have that offensive line. I've been talking about it all night. Big boys are really doing a great job up front, blocking. I mean, when you've got holes that you can go through, it's just makes the game a lot easier.
1st and 10, NorthScott, just the nose of the football inside the Muskie 30. Seisha gets a snap, gives to Ridgway, stances through a hole. Not much there, but he gained about 3.
Ridgway does a great job of moving his feet left to right.
Talon Burke on the stop for the Muskies. Talon got dinged a little in the first half, but he's playing. He's a warrior. 2nd and 7 from the Muskie 27-yard line for NorthScott. 4 wide. Ridgway and Seisha in the backfield. Muskie defense got to be getting a little tired here. Seisha, he's going to keep it again inside the 25 to the 22. He'll gain 5. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Well, you got to know that NorthScott's going to keep it on the ground and run this thing out. I mean, well, they can't run the clock out here, but I'm just saying, I don't think we'll see a pass. I think they're going to keep it on the ground and just keep marching it, using the clock. The clock is their friend. I mean, they're taking a long time to get this play called.
Up 21, it makes it a lot easier. 3rd and 2, NorthScott on the Muskie 22-yard line. Seisha. Muskies blitz right this time and hammer Ridgway for a loss, probably at about the 25 or 26, depending on where they spot it.
Well, it's good to see some excitement on that defensive side. On the line, that was a great play. They
Grant
broke through
Draper
there.
and company.
And I think they're giving him a generous spot because truly, Brian, he was probably 4 yards further back to where when they blew the whistle.
Going to call that a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down and 7 for NorthScott on their own 27.
See, even Coach wants the ball back. Would you not agree that they're giving him a nice, generous spot there?
Well, I think the officials are even talking about
Well, they need to bring it back here. He's got 4 more yards. They should bring that thing back.
Jake Mueller.
Jake Mueller is hot. He should be. They blew the whistle on the 32-yard line.
Yeah.
And they've got it up on the 27.
Well, it's where forward progress was, not when the whistle blew.
But I'm not saying he caught him behind the 30. Now, boy, this is a terrible spot, folks. Terrible. Wait till you see it on Channel 9 replay. It's a terrible
4th down
spot.
and 7, NorthScott on their own 27-yard line. 4 wide, and NorthScott will go for it. They lead the Muskies by 21. Seisha flares it out for Grimes. He dances around. He's going to get the first down, and he's going to get a touchdown as the Muskies had him surrounded, and Ricky Grimes used his feet and beat 4 or 5 defenders back to the center of the field. Turn to the outside, Ricky Grimes dances to the house from 27, and NorthScott goes up 41-14.
Well, Ricky Grimes is a great eluder, and I'll tell you what, that's what he did there. He eluded our tacklers, and he scored a touchdown.
Ricky Grimes, a big-time receiver, made a big-time play on a 2-yard pass. And Jessen will come on to try the PAT. Snap is good, good hold, and the kick is good. NorthScott 42, the Muskies 14 with 9:06 to play. We're stepping away for 30 seconds to listen to Muskie football on Vintage Sound 93.1 FM. Back at Lancer Stadium, and the Muskies trailed 21-7 at the half, and this second half has been 21-7 NorthScott also, and they lead the Muskies 42-14. A tough one there, Jim, on 4th and 7 from the 27, and NorthScott goes 27 yards for a touchdown.
Well, I'm not going to take anything away from NorthScott. They have got a fabulous football team this year. They're playing, they're hitting on all cylinders, and honestly, Brian, with that front line, with the skill players they've got, they're going to be a tough team to beat.
It was a 10-play, 64-yard drive. It was Seisha to Grimes, 27 yards and a score. Jessen will kick off. Schroeder, Summers, and Johnson deep. Here's the approach in the boot, and it's going to be taken by Schroeder at about the 5. He's to the 10, 15, runs to his right, hurdles a tackler, 25-30. Schroeder gets a block over the 40. There he goes down the sideline. Isaac Schroeder, 20, 15, 10 to the house. Isaac Schroeder goes home run ball from 95 yards. And there's a big play, and just like that, the Muskies have cut the lead to 41-20.
Well, I tell you what, if you're going to score when the on a kickoff or a punt, so you still have some clock left.
It's
Great
nice,
run.
nice to see there's some fight in these Muskies. They could have buried their head in the sand at 42-14. And now Sloan will hold for Yates as Isaac Schroeder hurdled a tackle between the 25 and 30. Really turned on the Jets and showed you his speed. There's the snap, the kick. And it is good. 8:51 to play. NorthScott 42, the Muskies 21. We're going to step away for 30 seconds just to Muskie football on Vintage Sound 93.1 FM. Back at Lancer Stadium, 8:51 to play, 42-21. And unofficially, it was about a 95-yard kick return by Isaac Schroeder, Jim, and that pumped a little life back into the Muskie sideline.
Hey, it sure did. I'll never forget a game at Pleasant Valley where we were down in the fourth quarter and it didn't seem like we could come back and win the game, and people started leaving, going to their cars. And lo and behold, Brian, we came back and we ended up winning at NorthScott or at Pleasant Valley. And who knows, we may have that type of a game here going on.
Well, NorthScott got 10 guys up, Jim, from the 43 on, and they're looking for the onside kick. And the Muskies probably are going to do one in the form of either the ground ball or maybe the pop-up over the heads, but something's going on here. Yates will kick this one off. Alberto has kicked off the last couple for the Muskies, and it is an onside kick, and it's covered up immediately right at midfield for NorthScott. So the Muskies tried it, NorthScott covered it up, and they'll take over first down at midfield.
Well, they didn't take the bounce. I think Tyler Yates wanted it too, and I know the coaches wanted it too. And every day, Brian, they practice that. And on a field, on a real grassy field, when it's been wet like this, you're not going to get much of a bounce off of the field.
Muskies defense coming out here. They had them held last time. And boy, Seisha and Grimes are two seniors that made a lot of big plays in their careers, and they made another one there. Seisha comes out with Ridgeway. NorthScott goes twins right. Seisha Gives to Ridgeway up the gut, and the Muskies throw him for a loss of 1. Looks like Draper in on the stop.
Well, I mean, there's still time left. I always have hope.
Or Dalton Hart also in on the stop. 2nd and 10, North Scott. Lost about a half yard. We'll still call it 10. (42-21) North Scott. Been an exciting game. A lot of scoring, which we thought there would be. North Scott taking their time. Seisha gives to Ridgeway. The Muskie string it out. Schroeder and company there.
Nice.
Hart and Aguilera. The Muskie linebackers swarmed to that one. And there's going to be a loss of 2 or 3 on the play there.
I think that's about the first time tonight we've really stopped that young man and stopped him for a loss.
3rd and 13 now from the 47-yard line.
These boys are playing till the last whistle, Brian, and I love to see that.
Muskie student section in red, white, and blue tonight. Very patriotic, and they haven't left. 3rd and 13. Twins right. Grimes in the slot left. Look for him on 3rd and 13. Seisha flares it out, and he's got a man complete. The Muskies string it out. Isaiah Smith all over that one. Pass was complete to number 27 for the Lancers, Ryan Rivard.
Boy, Smith did a good job blowing that play up.
Sorry about that. Yeah, Smith did a super job at his corner spot. Played well tonight.
Now, if we could get a punt return for a touchdown.
Or a block punt, Jim, huh?
Or a block punt for a
4th
touchdown.
and 13. Summers is deep. The sophomore. David standing inside the 20. Grimes will punt. Good snap. Ricky Grimes, high kick. Summers runs in on it, and he's going to take it, and he's going to be immediately brought down. Kreider and company. The body slam at the 22-yard line. Davis bounces right back up. That didn't faze him.
No, it didn't faze him. He's quite the sophomore player. Like I said, that kid excites me to see what he's going to be like when he's a senior.
Muskie defense did their job. They take over now the offense. 1st and 10 on the 23-yard line. 42-21. Muskies go trips right. Actually, they go empty. Wieskamp back to pass. Now he's going to tuck it. Now he throws it over to Reed. Colby Reed at the 40, over to the 43-yard line. A gain of 20 on 1st down. And it's 1st and 10 Muskies.
Hey, you know, there's some positive things happening here in the 4th quarter, and that's what you have to build on. These kids haven't given up. North Scott has not replaced any of their defensive players.
Reed, Robertson, and Kovac. Wide right, Bogart left. Kevin Johnson in the backfield with Wieskamp. 1st and 10 Muskies on their own 43. Wieskamp back to pass, sets his feet, throws to Bogart, complete. Out to midfield, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. Travis Bogart, the junior, with a couple of grabs tonight.
Yeah, it's good to see Bogart getting some catches tonight. You know, as a junior, he'll be a big-time receiver for us next year.
Clock's ticking under 6. Back to Matt Wieskamp, flares it to Johnson in the slot, and he's going to get wrestled down, nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose a couple, and they'll bring up 3rd down and 5 at the 48.
I think this is the hurry-up offense Jake was hoping to have most of the game.
3rd and 5. Wieskamp back to pass, plenty of time. Pats the football, now he rolls to the left. Looks to the outside, now he reverses field. Then he throws downfield, got a man, it's complete! Colby Reed it out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
That is a big-time catch by Colby Reed and a big-time play by Matt Wieskamp, who went all the way over to one side, spun around and came all over to this side, and that was a big throw.
Big throw, and he get plenty of time. Good work up front by the Muskie line. Muskies go 4 wide. Johnson and Wieskamp in the backfield. Clock at 5. Matt back to pass, looks, fires it to Kovac in a slot, and he's lit up, but he gains a few yards inside the 25. call it a gain of about 3. 2nd and 7. Muskies in hurry up.
You see them practice this every day, this hurry-up offense.
4 wide. Back to pass. Wieskamp blitzes on it. Flare it to Johnson. Kevin at the 25, 20, 15. Johnson inside the 10 to the 8 where he's tripped up by Ricky Grimes. 1st and goal Muskies with 4:28 to play.
Nice running by Johnson again, keeping his feet moving and going down that sideline. He's an exciting player, Brian.
1st and goal from the 7. Robertson and Reed to the right. Wieskamp. He's going to keep it straight up the gut, and he's hit hard and brought down. Nowhere to go that time.
You know, I think that was a pretty good call there. I don't think they were expecting Wieskamp to keep it there.
Might have gained a yard. We'll call it 2nd and goal from the 6. Matt back to pass, rolls to his right, sets, fires, incomplete in the corner of the end zone. Grimes covering Colby Reed, and it'll be 3rd and goal for the Muskies. Would love to see the Muskies punch this one.
Love to see a score right here.
3rd and goal, Muskies have Robertson and Bogart at receiver along with Kovac and Colby Reed. Now they go bunch left. Johnson in the backfield. Wieskamp rolls to his left. He looks, he fires, incomplete. We got a late flag from the head referee.
Looks like it might be a hold.
And it's holding on the Muskies. We'll see what Coach Tippett decides to do. They're going to decline this, I believe, and they do. So it'll be 4th and goal for the Muskies. Nose of the football just inside the 7-yard line of the Lancers. NorthScott 42 and the Muskies 21. Big play for the Muskie offense.
Got to punch it in right here.
Robertson by himself to the right, trips left for the Muskies. Wieskamp back to pass, he rolls right, turns on the Jets, he looks, he throws, and it's incomplete in the end zone. And then, oh no, we've got a late flag. We might have a late hit here, Jim, on the quarterback.
We might, yeah. Matt was out of bounds when he took the shot.
Or was he over the line of scrimmage?
Maybe that's it.
And
yep,
it was. Matt was over the line when he threw the football. Good effort by the Muskie offense, and the drive stalls on the 6-yard line, and NorthScott takes over. 3:51 to play. It's 42-21 NorthScott. NorthScott and Muscatine here. The Muskies bringing in some reserves here on defense. Chendo Witzel out on the field. Logan Morgan out on the field for the Muskies. Lexus Lopez trots out in the field for the Muskies. He'll be at the nose.
It's good to get these young men in this game.
NorthScott lines up. There's the give over the right side. Ridgway again, and he busts it out over the 15 to about the 18. See if NorthScott takes some of their starters off the field.
You know, you got three minutes basically left in the game, and they've got their starters in on offense. I don't understand it.
Cronwald to the right. Keel to the left. Ridgway and Sasha still together in the backfield, along with Kreider at fullback. He's a heck of a player. There's a give inside Ridgway again, and he cuts it up to about the 18. 3:20 and ticking. NorthScott doubled up the Muskies here at 42-21.
Now we've got all the starters are out for Muscatine.
Mark Schaefer in at right corner for the Muskies. Owen Blake in at safety.
You know, if Ridgway gets hurt or Sasha gets hurt, it's going to be really foolish of coach to have kept them in.
2nd down and 8. Sasha. He's going to keep it this time. Up the middle, he's got a big hole. Look out. And he's brought down from behind by Dalton Hart and Owen Blake as he gets out to the 43-yard line. And the Muskies bringing in some more reserves here. Trenton C. checks in at linebacker for the Muskies. Matt Krall checks in at defensive tackle. Trying to mention these people. Evan Epperson makes an appearance on the field for the Muskies. Justice Cardoza is out there for the Muskies. Isaac Batista has checked into the Muskie lineup. Sation Ridgway, 2.5 to play. Sasha gets a snap, gives to Ridgway over the right side, and he's taken down about the 49-yard line. He's going to gain about 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Call it 2nd and 6, a gain of 4. No, 2nd and 4. Matt Silver's playing out there, Jim, and it's nice to see Matt in the field. He's had a couple of injury-plagued seasons. There's a give inside. Big hole for number 34 for NorthScott. Inside the 34, and that's Morgan Ewald.
And he was brought down by Matt Silvers.
Matt Silvers on the stop. Son of John, the head statistician of the Muskies. Down to the 33-yard line. 1st and 10, NorthScott now.
I'll tell you what, the Muskie coaches do a great job getting every kid into a game when they can. And
Colton Crabtree on the field for the Muskies. Four wide. Sasha letting every second tick away here before he snaps it. Gives this one inside again to Ewald. Nice hole. Down to about the 25-yard line. Anthony Carver checks in for the Muskies.
And again, you know, I'm curious why
Ivan
Sasha's
Beltran
still in
checks
there.
out.
Certainly he's got a backup quarterback he could throw in there, maybe not.
Clock's at 50. NorthScott came out hitting on all cylinders tonight. They played extremely well offensively, and they jumped on the Muskies early in the first quarter and early in the third. And Sasha takes a knee there, and that's a class move by the NorthScott staff. Takes a knee down at the 29-yard line. As this one's ticking away. Valiant effort by the Muskies on a couple of different fronts, but they're going to fall short here. Sasha will take one more knee, and we'll have this one in the books. And that's it. Clock's running out, folks. We got a final from Eldridge. The NorthScott Lancers 42 and the Muscatine Muskies 21. We're going to step away for 2 minutes and be back with post-game coverage. You're listening to Muskie Football on Vintage Sound 93.1 FM.